Do you think people will like Creed 2 if they've never seen or heard of any of the Rocky films?
Good question. I think so. I think it still stands alone, and we have enough exposition to catch up. But from a few people that have heard that they liked the film, even though they haven't seen any of the Rockies, which is insane to me because anybody who hasn't seen a Rocky yet, that's crazy. They're everywhere.
I don't think you want to be friends with anyone who's never seen a Rocky film.
Where have you been? Where have you been?
Wouldn't it have been better if Adonis Creed had lost to Victor Drago and then he could have queued up Creed 3?
No, it wouldn't have been better because he also lost in Creed 1. It would have been if he wouldn't have lost in Creed 1. I probably would have took that route. I probably would have had him lose in Creed 2. But just from the fans themselves and even me knowing that he can't lose twice, and he would technically lost like 3 times in this go around, just because how many fights. He has to be good at boxing at some point. So yeah, he had to take it on the challenge. But I think there's enough seeds to plant a Creed 3.
Okay, have you got any sneaky ideas of...
I have a few.
if you could bring anyone back from the previous Rocky films,
I don't.
who could you bring back?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously we try to bring back Clubber Lang, or whoever
Mr.
Clubber
T?
Lang is training, Mr. T, which we tried to do at one point in this film. I was trying to get him to come out. I thought it would have been cool, but we had so many nostalgic characters from back in the day. I feel like it's a Creed movie, so I got to make sure we still have Creed storyline.
Stallone has said that this is the last film he will appear in.
Lies. I know you're coming back.
If you had to recast his character, who would you get to play him?
I would never recast the Rocky character. I think no one would accept it. I'll say that on the record. But if I were to try to get someone who to be Adonis's mentor, I don't know who it would be. That's a great question. I don't know. It's too soon, man. It's too soon. He just announced this like yesterday. That was going to be his last one.
Oh, so he didn't tell you?
No, on set he didn't say anything. We felt it throughout the process. Like maybe this might be the last one.
Yeah.
Just for like honestly through scenes, him ad-libbing and ironically enough the way I was shooting things. But there's a moment where he says it's your time now in the film. And that was like week 3. And we're like, where's this going? Because it wasn't a script. It was improv. It was like at the moment. And then as we went to the end of the film, he put out that video yesterday that he said, this was his last rodeo possibly. And that was on set in the very last day.
If you were going to direct Rocky versus Creed versus Expendables,
oh, wow.
right,
Okay.
what would happen?
Rocky versus Creed versus Expendables?
Yeah.
Well,
there's an idea for you.
Yeah, because the characters overlap. Because there's also Dolph is in Expendables, and so is Sly.
Yeah.
Terry Crews would be a nice comeback. See Terry Crews maybe training somebody. Rocky would probably have to go out maybe in fashion. I know people don't want to see him die, but I wonder what would happen there. And then Creed. I don't know, Creed and Expendables holding guns, that's like 3 different... Yeah, I don't know how that combines together.
How long would you last if it was you in the ring with Victor Drago?
I wouldn't last long with Victor Drago. Nah, he's a huge
How
dude.
fast could you run?
Yeah, exactly. No, I tried to be in a ring with him a few times, and I just felt some of his fake punches, body punches, and I was sore, man, and I felt so bad for Mike because he was taking a lot of real heat in that ring. That dude, he has some power. Yeah, Florian has some power.
Yeah. Is it pretty genuine boxing then? Or is it completely fake?
No, there's
Half and
genuine
half.
fighting. I don't even know if it's boxing. There's definitely some brawl and some slugging going on in the film, but also in real life, just because they wanted to portray everything in a real way, in a real manner. But yeah, they took some pretty hard blows for sure.
The guy who plays Victor Drago gets free Domino's pizza for life. Has he taken you out for one yet?
He does?
Apparently.
I didn't know that. No, he is not. No, he is not. Oh, but that's great now that I know. Pepperoni pizza it is.
Yeah. And last question is, if you could punch anyone in the face with no repercussions, who would you choose?
Who would I choose? I feel like someone asked me this question yesterday.
Oh, did they?
I can't say any names, but he might be a president.
Okay. That's Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.